Olivia Mitchell walked into the NATO training yard wearing a sun-faded t-shirt, a beat-up backpack slung over one shoulder, and boots that looked like they'd seen more miles than most of the recruits combined. Her hair was tied low, her face plain, her expression unreadable, so the cadets already gathered. She didn't look like a soldier, she looked like a supply clerk who had wandered into the wrong place. A few snickered. One muttered, "Army's letting in stagehands now, on the first drill." A male cadet grabbed her collar and tore her shirt halfway down her back. "Girls like you are only good at hiding," he jeered until the exposed skin revealed a coiled, black viper biting into a shattered skull. The yard went still. An older colonel nearby stiffened, eyes locked on the tattoo. Without a word, he snapped to a salute. That mark wasn't decoration, it was the covert emblem of Ghost Viper, a name whispered more than spoken. Olivia's arrival had been unremarkable to most. She'd rolled in behind the wheel of a pickup, whose paint peeled in sunburned patches. Nobody guessed she'd grown up in a gated estate, with private tutors. She didn't bring any of that world here, no designer gear, no polished nails. Just worn clothes, frayed laces, and a quiet that felt deliberate. She didn't fidget, didn't try to fit in. Just stood with her hands in her pockets like she was waiting for a signal no one else could hear. From day one. "They tried to break her?" Captain Harrow, a man built like a wall, pointed at her. "You lost supply crew?" "I'm a cadet, sir," Snickers rippled. Taratha type who smiled without warmth leaned to the next recruit. "Quota check. Meals weren't better." Derek, all swagger and buzzcat, flicked mashed potatoes on too. Her shirt, she wiped it off and kept eating. On the track, Lance the golden boy shouldered her into the mud. She stood, retied her laces, and finished the run without a word. In the navigation exercise, Kyle tore her map in half. She just said, "Hope you know your way back," and kept walking. Then came the rifle drilled 2 minutes to strip clean. And reassemble an M4. Most cadets stumbled. Olivia finished in 52 seconds flat, each piece laid out in perfect symmetry. The instructors exchanged glances. The whispers began. Special forces steady. Still the taunts didn't stop. Empty. Bottles tossed at her feet, gear issued 2 sizes too big, teammates trying to make her fail. She endured it all without flinching, until the hand-to-hand combat test paired her with Lance. He slammed her against a wall, laughing until her torn shirt revealed the Viper tattoo in full. The colonel's voice cut through the silence. "Who gave you the right to wear that mark?" Olivia's reply was calm. It was given 6 years under Ghost Viper himself. The colonel saluted her again. The officer shifted uneasily. And for the first time, the yard seemed smaller around her. Lance challenged her anyway. She didn't swing first. She let him tire himself out. They took him down in 8 seconds flat, with a chokehold that left no room for doubt. Harrow's verdict was simple. "Mitchell's your honorary instructor. Learn from her." From then on, the laughter thinned. She taught without shouting, her movements sharp and economical. Some cadets scribbled notes. Others just stared. When she finally left, she didn't say goodbye. Some swore they saw her later. With a man in a black Jaquita General, others said she disappeared like Ghost Viper itself, but the ones who trained beside her remembered the way she carried herself, how she didn't need to argue, boast, or explain. They told her story until it traveled beyond the camp, reaching anyone who'd been pushed aside or underestimated. And for them, Olivia wasn't a legend or a myth. She was proof. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to prove. You belong. You just have to hold your ground. Your time will come.